A show based on the facts, honesty, the man, the myth, the legend, ChristiTutionalist, Joseph M. Leonard.
Welcome to ChristiTutionalist Politics Podcast, aka CTP. I am your host, Joseph M. Leonard, and that's Leonard. CTP is your no muss, no fuss, just me, you, and occasional guest type podcast. Really appreciate you tuning in. As Graham Norton would say, let's get on with the show! Hello, everyone. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 100. Yay! Cause for celebration, I guess, or consternation for many who probably not too fond this show is on. Actually dealing in ChristiTutionalist politics, right? The whole Bible in full context, our Judeo-Christian foundations as a nation. And today may be a shorter show because it's kind of a recap of a show, an article I did for TheLibertyBeacon.com from back when. And I'm not sure offhand now if I had a corresponding show, because that article might have been written before I was doing the show. At any rate, what am I talking about? Strategically stupid. Some people may be very smart and know a lot of things, but they don't understand strategy. As I wrote and is in CTP 2 book, ChristiTutionalist Politics 2 book, quotations chapter. Some people study The Art of War by Sun Tzu. Unfortunately, a lot of USA leaders and even some generic people involved in politics study The Art of Stupid by Sunburn, right? They just have no strategic ability to think while, as the saying goes, so-and-so is playing 3D chess and they're playing tiddlywinks, right? It's a couple weeks ago, we had the memes episode. I shared a couple of social media memes and expounded upon, like, joy is our personal responsibility, how we act. We can't control how others act, but how we react to others and things around us is our responsibility. And I brought up the King's X song, Black Flag, right? There was a black flag on my morning, a black flag on my day. It was up to me how I wanted it to be. If you're allowing others to manipulate you into acting or reacting like the left always does, engaging in emotional hysterics rather than stopping, pausing, thinking, logically reasoned thought reactions to situations. But of course, also, I'm going to make a note here. Fight, flight. In some situations, of course, you don't have time to think. You only have seconds in many cases to react. Fight, flight, or fade. I'll put in the extended show notes. Check buzzsprout.com for the transcript, and the extended show notes are in the transcript there. And fight, flight, or fade article will be mentioned in them as bad things happen to good people. You don't know, based on my book, Terror Strikes Coming Soon to a City Near You, right? Yes, about terrorism as the main thread, but it's not me trying to sell fear porn. It's not about death, but life and living. Hope over fear. Where'd it go? There it is. Let me grab. I I wrote these down because otherwise I may forget. Oh, the green screen's all messed up now. Say, notes. Terror strikes, yes, about terrorism, but not book about death, but life and living. Life over death, hope over fear, faith over despair, love over hate, good over evil, individualism over collectivism, freedom over tyranny, family and friends. So indeed, crime in general, let alone terrorism, might happen anywhere. That's the point, right, of the subtitle. Terror strikes coming soon to a city near you. As I record this today, May the 4th, may the 4th be with you, right? Star Wars Day, as I also read, it's International Firefighters Day, so shout out to first responders, especially firefighters, for your day here. I support you. Thank you for your service. But where was I going? Right? General crime or terrorism can happen anywhere. Terror strikes coming soon to a city near you. Oh, May the 4th. Apparently in Brazil, there was a Lady Gag Me, as I call her, concert bombing plot thwarted, right? Now, these things have been planned here too, and you're not hearing how they've been thwarted. These things can happen anytime, any place, and you need to be at least remotely prepared to say, I will be a thinker, not a panicker. That if something happens in the fractions of a second you have, you resolve to think before you just react. Because if you panic and land in that panic group of sheeple stampeding for the exits, you may make yourself a bigger target, and or you put yourself in that stampede of sheeple and could be trampled to death. Okay? But today, talking back to the memes that goes back to, I didn't think to mention that during that show, but today relates to memes in that strategically stupid. If you're sharing memes about Big Mike, right? I have blocked, I can't tell you how many people in the last several days on social media, and indeed flagged my TheLibertyBeacon.com piece, strategically stupid, and say to them, this is relevant to the midterms 2026. How? Bye-bye, blocking, because I and hope you all are on social media for things that make sense, things that help win votes for the upcoming midterms 2026, not just make idiotic comments of and about people regarding Hillary Clinton also, right? She's relevant today. How? I get it, yes. The Obamas and the Clintons are still valid to a degree behind the scenes. But if you're constantly trotting out things about the Clintons and the Obamas, you're not dealing in the here and now. You're strategically stupid. And what do I mean by that? If you're doing things that only evoke eye rolls and laughter and them walking away from you, you're not a serious person in their eyes. You're not capable then of helping shape real opinion that will turn into votes. If you're dealing in, whatever, back to Big Mike. Oh, look, or the Obama daughters, right? A post about them. What are they doing? I don't know, and I don't care. They are irrelevant unless if they've declared to run for public office. They are irrelevant right now. So stop it. Stop it. If you're talking about Malia and, I forget the other one, Obama, rather than the economy, you're being strategically stupid. You're not helping to shape any votes. You're going to just be deemed as a hyper-partisan, engaging in what the left always does, Alinsky personal attacks. And that doesn't help anything. We need to be strategically smart and talk about the economy and inflation and what all is going on, the things that affect every one of your neighbors around you, your neighborhood. Those are the important things. We must stick to that. We must be thinkers, not those engaging in emotional hysterics. And I get it, right? Another show, conspiracy theories, red pill strategy is what this is about. That will also be linked in the episode related links.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Joseph M. Leonard, host of ChristiTutionalist, taking a brief moment to thank myarchic.com. Together, we share the Christian and family value of honoring family. myarchic.com helps you do that. Preserving family memories online also, therefore, can be shared online. Think of myarchic like a Noah's Ark for images, audio, video, preserving, honoring your family. Thank you again to the folks over at myarchic.com.
Conspiracy fact versus conspiracy theory, right? I'm going to call out some people here. If you're constantly posting about chemtrails, for example, okay, I get some people are concerned about that. And as I say in the conspiracy theory episode notes, it does not matter what you, me, we know to be true. What matters is what we can prove to be true to others, to convince others. Again, now, if you show somebody a picture of chemtrails and a meme on and on about that, you're mainly going to get eye rolls and laughter. It's not going to win any votes. That's what I mean about being strategically smart versus strategically stupid. Sharing factual information that people can and will actually listen to. They may not like facts being given to them, and joking, comedic relief, right? Telling jokes is a good way. I have a show, I appeared on Wham Radio way, way, way back. Let me write down that Wham joke. Maybe I can find that episode to link in the show notes. I'm not sure. But I was talking with Clark. I'm drawing a blank on his name. But anyway, here's the Clark Cast show way back when, years ago. Joking can help get past people's defenses. That's a strategically smart way to do things, right? A joke about something, and I don't have one offhand, unfortunately, to share, but if you can present facts in a fun way, in a joking way, you can get past their defenses of just eye rolls and laughter, or in this case, if you're telling a joke, laughter could be good. But if you're planting the seed of something important to a Democrat, they would never, ever listen to or entertain, but you get past their defenses in a joke form, planting that seed that may grow and, bring them to a realization later. And I talk about Dennis Prager in the ChristiTutionalist Politics book about him. He is right. And speaking of memes, going back to memes, I have a meme I'll try to remember to put in here that I created. You can lead a liberal to the facts, but you can't make them think, right? Based on the old horse to water, but can't make them drink thing. And I was wrong to say that. Dennis Prager is right. I'm human. You've heard me say that, right? Frail, flawed, imperfect. I can make mistakes. And I've been wrong in so far as that meme that I will share. I should have put leftists. You can lead a leftist to the facts, but you can't make them think. A classical liberal, you may still be able to reach, like a Brandon Strzok or a Candace Owens or a Tammy Bruce, who is now part of Trump's cabinet, all Leo Terrell, all former classical liberals that we were able to red pill because we don't deal in, if we deal in factual stuff, over time we can reach some classical liberals, but never reach a leftist. And also in quotations chapter CTP2 book, the left, they don't know, they don't want to know, because they do know just enough that if they really knew, their delusional bubble would be burst. So the whole point here, being strategically smart, how we share things. You know the saying, know your audience? It's the same thing there too. Know what if you're leading off with, hey, did you see the latest meme about Big Mike? Or, the latest meme on chemtrails? Again, in the right audience, that conversation can be had. But running into people on the street, at the grocery store, at the diner, at the deli, they're just going to roll their eyes and laugh. You, not with you. So that's what this show is about, being strategically smart versus strategically stupid, and how we approach things, how we deliver things, and indeed, jokes can get passed through a classical liberal, plant a seed that may then red pill them, may awaken them from their woke stupor eventually, like those examples I gave. And, there are so many more examples of people who indeed were former Democrats and no longer associate with it. Look at Elon, right? Elon Musk and Doge. He was a Democrat, and he said, as Reagan did, the party left him. Well, the party left them decades ago, and it's taken 5+ decades, it seems, for many of them to start to actually wake up, and all those seeds we've sown to actually grow into full thoughts, and them recognizing the GOP is now the party of the people. It always has been. We've been labeled as the party of the rich. No, the left with quantitative easing policy has always been the party of Wall Street and the rich, artificially propping up Wall Street. I forget the percentage, but at least half of all Americans don't own any stocks. They don't have a 401k or a pension plan, at least not yet. So artificially propping up Wall Street indeed helps the economy as a whole to some degree, but the price of eggs, the price of gas, the price of bread, the price of milk if they have children. These are things that affect everybody in everyday situations. And those are the strategically smart things to talk about rather than other things. I fully recognize and apologize that my thoughts here weren't all thoroughly connected properly. I did not articulate very well some of the points that all interrelate here. But the bottom line being is I'll be back on social media this afternoon. I'll inevitably come across someone trying to peddle whatever. And I'll be responding, you're strategically stupid. I don't have time to waste on you. We don't have time to waste with irrelevant things that do not convince anyone to become independent from Democrat or Republican from Democrat or independent. Those, as I often say, sorry, I'll upset some, but independents, those who refuse to pick a side. Remember, Republican. This is a republic. Republicanism. It's right in the name. You are either with us trying to roar, restore our American republic. Either you're with us, and yes, there are rhinos and CINOs. It's not the uniparty. It's not all the same. Remember, our founding documents say, we the people. The GOP is what you allow it to be. If you're not a delegate, you need to become one to fight to root out rhinos and CINOs to make the GOP indeed the republic party it's meant to be, and indeed is for the most part, and achieve Republican goals to restore our American republic. Enough of that change stuff. Fundamental transformation. No more of that. We need to restore our American republic, and we need to be smart. And those independents, if you're not with us trying to save the republic, you're with those destroying it. And if you haven't seen it, if you're unable to figure it out by now, those distinctions, there's the old saying, right? I can explain it. I can't understand it for you. Now, I have no problem with people calling themselves an independent. I haven't voted for a Democrat in, probably 20 years, but there were still a few around. One of the main reasons I got involved in politics in high school at an early age, my godfather, Mayor Thomas Coogan of Melvindale, Michigan, rest in peace. But he was a somewhat conservative Democrat back then. There's no such thing as conservative Democrats these days. JFK couldn't be a Democrat nowadays. That party is long gone and destroyed, but yet some people still refuse to recognize they are strictly the open borders identity politics party. They like to talk about millionaires and billionaires, but they're constantly at $1 million fundraisers among their billionaire friends to get money to defeat, right? They are not the party of the rank and file of the unions like the GOP currently is. They are the party of the commie union bosses who have nothing in common with the rank and file anymore. Your jobs don't matter to them, just the ability to steal due monies from you matters to them, so they can have their lavish parties and can funnel your monies to left-wing politicians who harm your ability to have a good life here in the United States. Okay, indeed, I'm going to wrap it up there because, again, I know I've rambled, covered a bunch of things, but they all fit under the Be Strategically Smarter umbrella. Hope you'll check Buzzsprout for the transcript. Check out the articles listed in the related links there. Thank you all. Take care. God bless.
Thank you for having tuned in for ChristiTutionalist Politics Show. If you haven't already, please check out my primary internationally available book, Terror Strikes, coming soon to a city near you. Available anywhere books are sold. If you have locally run bookstores still near you, they can order it for you. And let me remind, over time, the fancy high production items will come. But for now, for starters, it's just you as a very appreciated listener by me. all substance, no fluff, just straight to key discussion points. A show that looks at a variety of topics, mostly politics, through a Christian U.S. constitutionalist lens. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Take care. God bless. Like and subscribe to ChristiTutionalist Politics Podcast and share episodes. We need your help.
Wham Radio, 1600 AM and 92.7 FM is your conservative flamethrower. Weekdays, Steve Gruber starts things off at 6 a.m. Gruber gives his perspective on the issues of the day. At 9 a.m., Glenn Beck blazes the airwaves with his nationally syndicated program. From noon to 3, it's Dennis Prager. At 3 o'clock, it's Wham's own Thayrone X. On the Edge, Thayrone tells it exactly as he sees it. At 6, it's The Dana Show, your conservative alternative. At 8, don't miss Joe Pags. Weekends are filled with conservative talk as well. Fingers Malloy, Thomas LeDuc, The Abolitionists Roundtable, A Moment of Clarity with Pastor Rick, Your American Heritage with Ed Bondarenka, Dave Janda's Operation Freedom, and Dick Kupke's Trigger Talk. You can even get links to Wham podcasts from Dave, Dick, and of course Thayrone, all from their pages on our website, whamradio.com. Keep it locked on Wham Radio, 1600 AM and 92.7 FM in southeastern Michigan, and whamradio.com anywhere in the world.